I joined 100 clans to get kicked using 10 different methods like donating low level goblins, speaking foreign language in a language specified clan, using very advanced 0-star clan war army compositions, and 7 more highly strategical ways how to get kicked. But why am I doing this? Here is a player with the most Legend League trophies, and here is a clan with the most donations in one season. But there is nowhere to be found a world record about who has been kicked out of clans the most. And since I still don't own a world record, then the only obvious thing to do was to ask from the Queen of Dragons, the hardcore metalhead, the one and only, Darian the community manager, who has got kicked the most, and most importantly, how many times? Since Darian is a busy man and didn't give me a reply in 10 minutes, then I thought I would get started with the challenge and check back later. To kick things off, we will start with a simple one by straight up asking to be kicked. This clan with a rather lovely name is the first I found where at least someone was online after joining hundreds of clans, just to realize that probably everyone in the world are still sleeping except Australians. Never mind, it seems that the last Australian went to sleep as well, so I am going to have to take a short poo meanwhile we wait.
One eternity later.
Unfortunately, even after 2 hours nothing had happened, so I left the clan and found a new one. Because time is money and money is time, then I thought it would be a brilliant idea to use my second accounts to speed up the process, so I took Bill Hates, Melon Musk and Buff Bizos to different clans to pose the very same question. But even that wasn't enough, as I still had to join 95 more clans, so it was time to change some IDs because the current usernames could be slightly suspicious for some people. After I found Sleepy Joe, a clan of his choice, I turned Jaso the 4th into Donald Trump, who also was able to join his very own clan. Then Jaso the 3rd paid 500 gems for his brand new identity to become a Barack Obama. And most obviously he made his way to Joe Mama. Now with my last account there was a bit of a problem. I did not have plenty of gems for the identity change, so the only option I had was to sell some liquids, jewelry, and shuffles. After name change I found Cristiano Goblin, although a suitable clan, and now it was time to see the results. Before we are going to look at the hilarious results, a quick reminder: if you want some free IQ, then there is a limited time offer to use code JASO when making a purchase. 1 currency equals 1 IQ. Of course, as you can expect, the results were absolutely amazing, as I was told yes by a member. Quite the opposite happened in the 316 No Hope clan, where I did find some hope, as this time one of the co-leaders answered me sure but didn't kick me, so I politely asked him to do it, but I decided to listen to the insane bloke and leave, as there was indeed no hope for me in this clan after waiting another 50 minutes. Unfortunately, the hopeless situation continued as no one wanted to kick me out, so I had to leave myself, except that one clan called Jane, where I was told this. Yes guys, you heard it right, I was stuck inside Jane forever. Sorry, I mean inside Jane's clan forever, but fortunately I had some incredible luck that day, as $10 3 hours shared me his secrets how to get out of Jane. My rating for this method: success rate 0. Average time spent per account 1.5 hours. Fun. Not very fun. Asking to be kicked: absolute and utter shit. Since the last method didn't work, then I had to do some digging for a better one, and I found this. It is a rule in every clan: if your heroes are down, turn your light red and opt out of war. Guys, do you think what I think? Yes, as you can expect, I joined the most competitive war clans to see if it really is a rule of every single clan. I joined esports, I joined Big Black Clock, and of course I sent a joining request to the very clan where God47 got kicked from for having his warden down. After sending all my heroes to sleep, I turned the lights green, and now it was time to wait for the results. While we are waiting, take 3 seconds to gently touch that like button. Anyway, back to the video. As mentioned before, I joined some really serious war clans to increase the likelihood of getting kicked. To determine what clan is serious, I paid attention to war frequency, clan labels, and the description. Of course, as you can see from here, I don't think I have ever seen anyone use word war as frequently in one short clan description, but even after 1.5 hours being there, they didn't kick me out. The next clan really caught my attention due to the usage of words like kick and punish. Participate in clan war, clan games and raids, or get kicked. We take being active personal to the leaders of the clan and will punish not active members with every possible method we can find. free donations. That must be the friendliest clan description I have ever come across, and also they didn't kick me out. Same happened in Warbreakers, in Big Black Clock, in esports, and in many more clans, as none of them kicked me out. But what happened with the Irish chief? Luckily I got accepted, but in order to get real results I had to do a 24-hour challenge to see if my account survives with both my BK and Archer Queen down while having green light turned on. Because 24 hours is a long time, then we will come back here later. Rating. Fun. More like deeply disappointed. No rush players allowed. No rushed bases allowed. Dodge rush. Cannot be rushed. No rush. Never rush. These are the clans where I am going to try to survive by making sure no one knows I am rushed. To speed up the process I also used Buff Bizos account that was slightly more maxed out but still probably considered rushed. And let me tell you, the result was a lot more rewarding. Desi Vibes kicked out. Indo Donator kicked out. And the weird thing is that not a single time Melon Musk got kicked, even though that account was a lot more rushed, but I guess it all came down to the punchline I used. In Super Fatty Patty I came pretty close to getting kicked out, but Master Gamer 360 didn't have enough power to execute his command, so after intimidating him for extra 3 hours and 30 minutes I couldn't be bothered and left. When it comes to the rating, then finally we are making some progress. Average time, approximately 4 hours. Not happy about that, but at least it was a little bit fun. Can you tell me what's wrong on this picture? A negative donation ratio? Yes, you are correct. This is the reason many clans have something like that written down in their description, and I am about to test it out if they are actually going to kick me out. After being in 10 different clans with a negative donation ratio for at least 2 hours and in some even 15 hours, absolutely nothing happened. Extremely ineffective, really time consuming, and so boring. Next method, speaking in a foreign language. For that I downloaded 10 random keyboards and found 10 different victims. First victim, Carry the Boats, a David Goggins fan club. There is no better place to start with the challenge than the clan filled with high testosterone. Since I am absolutely fluent in every single language, then this challenge was going to be easy peasy. Okay, can somebody explain me how to use this keyboard? After I figured out how to say hello, I noticed that the only David Goggins fan had logged out of Clash to do some push-ups, so I went on to find another clan and come back later. Next victim, Babanipa Boys. Immediately I noticed that just 3 minutes ago someone of Chinese origin had been violently kicked out without him saying anything, so it was the perfect opportunity to show off my fluent Chinese skills to get kicked out of this clan as well. Then I found a clan based on Hong Kong where I said in Greek, "It's been my dream to visit Hong Kong one day." I was so happy I still remembered how to speak Greek that I was inspired to join a Greek clan myself. Since I have been to Greece before, then I knew these people are really calm and welcoming. Okay, never mind. I guess Asta didn't understand Mongolian. Now it was time to speak some Tongo in a clan from Bangladesh, but since no one wanted to reply to me, I joined a Philippines clan instead to speak some Estonian. Luckily there were many people online, so I had a really lovely conversation where I most obviously didn't make anyone feel uncomfortable at all, speaking in a language that only about 1 million people on planet Earth know how to speak. For my surprise, Kirito started speaking some Estonian too, so I kept the conversation going by asking them different questions like if they need any goblins donated to them and so on, until one of the elders said BRB Muna. As we all know, BRB means in English "be right back," and Muna means in Estonian an egg, which most certainly meant he was gonna go and cook some eggs, so I told him to cook one for me as well. This is where the conversation died. Then Sleepy Joe joined a hideout to speak some Sinhala language, but no one gave him a reply. Next language in the list was Turkish, and surprisingly I got a reply in Turkish, which made me double check if I didn't join a Turkish clan by accident, but that wasn't the case. This person just knew one Turkish word, but rest of what I said was pure confusion for him, so he went little crazy and started handing out those Coleaders like nobody's business. After few more words I realized this is not going anywhere, but since I needed to get kicked again I went back to Mongolian language. That was the only one to get me kicked before. This time it was a different Philippines clan where I said the exact same thing, and guess what? I got kicked again. I am not sure what was going on with me speaking Mongolian, but now it was time for the last language in the list, which was Finnish. This is the language where you need just one word to make brown bears run for their dear life. Since this language has such a huge power, then already after saying hello I was honored with promotion. People were so scared of my invitation to come with me to sauna that they feared for their life to kick me out, so in that sense Finnish language wasn't a success for getting kicked out of a clan. All the other languages didn't bring me any results either, so I left from all of them to find more clans for the next method. But before, the rating. Success rate thanks to Mongolian language 20%. Average time about 2 hours. Fun, extremely funny. Good. Next method, joining request and leave clan, but not leaving. Okay, that was quick. Let's try again. Yo, I like that. Lovely. Request. No. That's cute. I am not gonna request or run. But you have to. No man. Nice. I am going to stay here. Epic. I am not gonna leave. Fantastic. I think we all know that not attacking in clan war is the #1 violation in the entire universe, and since I am law-abiding citizen, then I am not gonna test that out. But what I will do instead is that I am going to use the absolute worst army compositions found in CoC history, like 8 steamy piles of metal followed by the flying flamethrower, 53 fathers who went grocery shopping and never returned, the blue Hulk who likes to throw stones, and many more. Using this type of strategies is pretty much like not attacking at all, but just taking an absolute biscuit at the nervous system of the co-leaders of the clans I joined. I couldn't always quite understand their reaction to my highly complex attack strategies, but if you happen to know what they are saying, then let me know in the comments, because Google Translate is sometime dumber than me. So how many times did I get kicked? 2 times. One was RS Rana clans that probably didn't like my healthy dung beetle attack, and other clan was Cockboy who wasn't a fan of my high IQ minor domination. Even though it was a decent amount of fun, then this method took 2 days on each account to complete, which brings the rating down. Number 8 method, censored words. There are plenty of clans where swearing is not allowed, and there are 2 non-swearing phrases that are censored, which are will rush and left nut. Yes guys, right nut is completely fine, but left nut is a really dangerous one that you should try to hide from your kids at all cost. Anyway, these are the phrases I rolled with, and soon I figured out that will rush is not always censored. It's censored only in the family friendly clans, meanwhile left nut is always censored. These are the replies to me using non-swear words. Hi, while others told me not to use appropriate chat, but in the end no one kicked me out for that, except Nepali gang. This is my rating. But as you might be aware of, I have a history of asking to be co-leader, and the other day I saw a Reddit post of someone getting kicked for asking to be elder. Since co-leader is higher than elder and harder to get, then to ensure I am going to be kicked, I joined many clans and asked to be promoted to co-leader. But no kick out. Unfortunately no one kicked me out except $5 Jagger. I was told I need 4 stars in wars to get promoted. Then another co-leader joined the chat. Jane said, "Who are you, Sleepy Joe? Someone second?" And I answered her, waited a little, and got kicked. Remember that Irish chief clan we spoke about earlier where the god got kicked for having green light? Well, they didn't kick me out, which leads me to believe they kick people only if they actually end up in clan war with one of the heroes missing. Alrighty guys, now it's a giveaway time. Time to give away some low level goblins that everyone loves. Don't donate low level troops. No need to worry. I am not gonna donate low level goblins. Don't give wrong donations. Oops, I just might have. These and many other clans received some sweet gifts in their clan castles all on me completely for free. I also donated some goblins to King Boss where the leader had an heart attack and died mid-sentence while writing the clan description. I also wanted to see if any of the donation clans appreciated my goblins, but they didn't. Okay, so did Darian reply to me? He did, but he couldn't give me the name nor the number. If you enjoyed what you just saw, then I am 99% sure you will also like this video.